This is the second video about building the Smithenbacker, and in the first one I took apart some cots, hardwood cots that have been thrown away, and this is the result. Absolutely loads of this wood, gorgeous, and the right lengths as well, because the length, finished length here to here, about 120 centimeters, something like that. So I need to work longer to give myself room to work with, and these longer pieces are ideal for that. So the first step to make the blank for the neck, which as this is a through neck, goes through the body, is from here to here. Well, I'm going to use it to about here just to give myself plenty of working room. So first things first, I've got to select some pieces and glue them together to make the blank. Now these three pieces are the pieces I've decided I'm going to use for the neck and the through body. Now the finished width of the neck is about 60 centimeters, and this is 60 centimeters finished, which is no good. I need it fatter, but I want to sexy it up a bit because it's all quite a pale colour at the moment. So I'm going to add in some of this walnut. This isn't recycled, this was bought. Well, it might have been recycled for some flooring or something like that. So I'm going to add 2 of these strips, probably 3, because I'll have to add on pieces to make the length, which will be perfectly okay, because remember, the neck is strengthened with a truss rod. Well, in Rickenbacker it's a double truss rod. So I'm going to now use these 2 and a couple of these pieces, walnuts in the middle. That. Ah, yeah. Righty-ho, as you just saw, I cut the voids from the ends of these woods, both of the ends, because they were voids and they ain't no strength, are they? But then you're thinking, Jeff, surely there's voids all the way along them where the dowels used to be. Well, no, they're not voids, because the dowels, which are the same hardwood as the lengths, are filling the voids. Those voids are filled, they're strong as far as I'm concerned, and also there's going to be glues and laminates involved. It's solid. These end pieces are fine. I'm also going to make sure when I do the glue up that the grain is opposing each other for obvious strength. It's something I do have to be careful of. The walnut pieces, you probably can't see on camera, but these are proper bananaed along the length. They're not straight at all. Good thickness, but they are proper bananaed. And they are going to go in between. Let me just fix it up here. They're going to go in between like that. Now, as long as I make sure that when I do the glue up, for example, like that, so there's enough each side. As long as I make sure it's like that, and then when it's all glued together, I can trim up to thickness with a circular saw or table saw or whatever, then I'm fine. This is oversized anyway, because you start oversized and work down to the size that you need in the end. I'm going to be okay, as long as I remember that bit when I do the glue up. Speaking of glue ups, let's get on with it. Well, that's all glued up. Let's have a look. Now this is the blank from which I'm going to make the neck out of, and of course, like I said before, it's a through neck, so part of it will go through the body as well. Mixture of different hardwoods. Looks like gluey mush at the moment, but it's going to clean up lovely. We're looking at 8 centimeters at the minute. The final working width will be 6 centimeters at the far end. I've got plenty to work with. Overall length, £1.25 m, which is plenty. Happy with that. Now it's the waiting game. Let this dry, then I've got to sort out the curve that's on the walnuts, the banana bit, shape it up a bit, ramble, 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 blah, 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 then we can have a look. For this step, I want to sort out the proportions for the neck before I do the final planing. So for the headstock, we need 203 millimeters there to there, which will cut off. Then you have the neck, and then becoming the body. If you look at this part of the diagram, we've got 7mm is the usual angle for the headstock for setting it back, because if you have it flat, which most are flat, but to get a better tone, you have a better negative break. So you've got the tension of the strings going along here, and then that angle pulled down means the tone starts definitely there. No vibration, nothing. So this is the kind of thing I want. So I need to measure this angle here, stick it on my wood, and then I'll plane it. All shall become clear. And with that, the first step is done. That is the blank, which will be used for the neck and part of the body. I like the fact that the dowels from the original cot's body shows. Might utilise that, I should think, and also the other side too. Now, as I said before, this is going to be both the neck and the body. This is done. My next step will be to cut out the headstock, or cut out the blank, the initial blank, sand it smooth and everything, because that'll need other work doing to it. So I shall get on with that. Keep watching.